We want to avoid waste. We also want to save money. Food is very expensive right now, and the goal is for us to go into the grocery store and get everything that we need. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to save in the grocery store. I went to Costco with the same amount as I did to Superstore, and this is what I came back with. I set a budget of $100. Come with me to Superstore. This is one of the biggest grocery stores in Canada. And as you can see, I am headed to the banana stroke plantain aisle. That is where you'd always find me. That's where a lot of people ask me questions about plantains. So there's definitely a video coming up soon. And this is me at the till of Superstore. And this is are the items I ended up getting. I decided to sort out the items I got from Superstore. I usually get my bananas and my tomatoes from Superstore because I can get as much as I want. And the orange juice is for my siblings. The apple cider vinegar is for washing my fruits. There's actually a hack for you to wash your fruits with apple cider vinegar and baking soda. I can show you guys how to use it. Also, here is me sorting out my bunch of plenty plantain. If you know me, you know there's always plantain in my house. If you haven't started eating plantain, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? It's cheap, it's versatile. Plantain! Oh my god! You can tell that I love plantain. These are just my sweet Japanese potatoes. I get them from Superstore. I don't know if they sell them in Costco. I haven't seen them there. And then these are my beets, and then the flour, and then the bread I got. And then the rest were just extra things I just picked up. But I was just looking at my list to make sure I got everything I needed to get. Next day, I started to get ready to go to Costco because, I have to do a serious assessment. When you're entering Costco, if you don't have a plan, you will just waste money. There's a spirit there that makes you buy what you don't need. So you need to have a plan. I'm currently in Costco right now, so let's see what I can get for $100. I went to Superstore with just $100, and I'm gonna try the same in Costco. I have a list, and let's make sure we stick to that list. I'll let you know what I come back with. This was actually on a weekend, and I was surprised to see that there were not so many people at the store at this time. Usually weekends are crazy. But anyways, we made it in. This is my shopping cart at the moment. We are still sticking to the list. I can see one extra thing that was not on my list. I feel like we're doing okay so far. This is just me trying to select which other cereal I wanted to get. But yeah, and then when I went to the area where they sell the tuna flakes, I was like, okay, I need to make a better judgment of which one to get because I think the one I always get is like more expensive, but I'll talk more about it later on. But this is my cart at the till, and then this is me heading home. We made it back home, and here is me with my shopping bag. These peppers were definitely a good deal. I got them for $8. Usually when you go to Superstore, you have to buy them individually, and I don't believe you save that way. But in this bag, I have about 8 bell peppers, and they had a sale, and it cost me $7.99. I eat a lot of grapes, so it was necessary for me to buy these ones. I got them for $10.99. Probably a little bit on the more expensive side, but comparing it to how much I would have gotten it for if I went to Superstore, this was definitely a save. Next on the list will be this yogurt. There are 2 tubs in here, and usually the ones they sell in Superstore are a smaller amount. They are probably about 500 grams. And then with Costco, you're getting 2 of 850 grams, and they also low in 25% less sugar and higher protein content. Then I'm getting 2 from Costco at 850 grams for the price of $12.49, which is a save. So you're assuming that one of them costs about like $6-ish, $7. Save for me. Were these flaked tuna. I wanted to add this to my salad, so I definitely needed to get them. Comparing it with the various options I saw in Costco, I thought this was a better deal. In Superstore, they only sell them individually, so maybe I would have saved more if I wasn't going to use all of it, but I have plans for it. That's why I got 6. One tip for you to save in the store would be consider what you're going to make, and then that will now determine what you're going to get in the store. The item that I got was this matcha powder. If you saw me before, I was looking at my list of items that I needed to get. I was making an assessment, and I definitely was running out of matcha powder, so it was necessary for me to get one of this, and this cost me about $19. I know it's expensive, but I needed it, so that's why I got it. In terms of the money I spent, my total came up to $117.66. Taxes were $0.63, so that meant I spent a little bit, like
About $16 more, which honestly, like I said, this kombucha was an extra purchase. So if we take out the kombucha, then I am sticking within my budget. And so I'm only $16 if we would say that. I spent $84.95, which is about $85 in Superstore, and then I spent $117.60, which is about $118 in Costco. Did I save money? Yes, I saved money on both sides because even though I shop in Costco and I like to get most items in bulk from Costco, that does not always mean that I get everything I want from Costco, because there are some items that are perishable than the others, and obviously I don't need to get more than I need. That's where Superstore comes into play, because then you can now get those items, a few of them, and then you will not have to be wasting food. Full of such items will be bread. In Costco, you can get a lot of bread in bulk, and I obviously do not need that much of bread. There's only 3 of us. The bread is gonna go to waste, so I do not need to get bread in Costco. That's where Superstore will come in, or Cubs, where I usually go to get my bread, and I usually get 1 or 2, and that's enough for like a few days, which works. Another item that I do not get, or does not exist in Costco actually, is plantain. There is no plantain as of yet in Costco. There are also no Japanese yams as of yet in Costco. So obviously those are things I can never get in Costco as of now. But in Superstore, definitely I can. In Walmart, I can. In Safeway, I can. In Superstore, you are actually picking things individually. So then that way, you're kind of gauging how much you would need those items for. Whilst in Costco, you're getting bulk. So then if you're not using all of that, you're actually wasting, and we don't want to waste. In this situation, we are not wasting food. We are not wasting money, okay? We're not throwing out food because we do not have time to eat them. We're trying to save money here. So that's where balancing Superstore and your Costco membership comes into play. Well, obviously there are a lot of benefits to having a Costco card. I'm not here to preach to you about that, but I know the gas definitely is a save for me. If you buy gas and you use Costco and you go to the gas station, you know that buying gas in Costco is really, that's where it's at. Costco is definitely a good addition to you to help you save money. Make sure you have a clear plan when you're stepping into the grocery store. Make sure you have a list, your grocery list, because when you have that list, you're able to stick within your plan for while you're in the store to begin with. Tip number 2. Having a strict budget helps to avoid purchasing unnecessary things, especially when you're going into the grocery store. Say I have only $100, I am only buying the necessities I need within that $100 budget, and then if I have extras, that's when the unnecessary or the miscellaneous come into play. Tip number 3, I said before, if 1 and 2 are still issues for you, are still a big deal. I know in Costco especially, there's a story there that makes you buy unnecessary things that you don't need. There are like so many distractions once you step into the store. Like every angle you look at, there is always something that is calling you. But if 1 and 2 is still a struggle for you, what I would suggest is to go close to the time the store closes. That really helps. It has helped me in the past, and I'm telling you, whenever I'm struggling to save money, anytime I go into Costco, whenever I come back to unnecessary things, I usually aim to go like 30 minutes before the store closes. That definitely helps me, because okay, it's like you're rushing through the grocery store to get things within 30 minutes, and you know you need milk, you know you need eggs, you know you need vegetables or whatever you need, and you have only 30 minutes. I'm telling you, your focus is not on the distractions, and that has definitely helped me in the past, and I know that can definitely help someone that's struggling with 1 and 2. But 4, try to utilize options to get items in bulk at Costco, because then that will help you to save down the line. So items like onions, items like potatoes, if you eat them a lot, eggs, you can always get them in bulk instead of getting them individually from stores like Superstore or Walmart, and then you're saving in that way. Number 5, I know this is a very special one for so many people. Avoid going to the store when you're hungry. I'm telling you, when you're hungry and you step into the grocery store, you almost turn into an emotional shopper. You start to get things you don't need, and that's when those distractions actually work. I know, especially for me, when I step into Costco after I've gone into the gym to lift heavy weight and I'm hungry, I am coming back with unnecessary items. I am coming back, even though I went in there for one thing, I'm coming back with maybe 5 or 6 items, which I'm like, okay, how did I get here? You absolutely do not need. Bonus tip, make sure you always do your assessment, guys. If I got like this set of vegetables like in this grocery period, and I did not end up eating it, and in the next 3 or 4 days they went bad, that means I wasted like a lot of vegetables, right? And so I know for next time I am absolutely avoiding the vegetable line rack, just because I know I'm not going to finish it. In that way, I will now go to Superstore and then get the smaller options. This will probably be enough for 3 or 4 people, but if I'm the only one going to eat it, then that is a little bit too much. We want to avoid waste. We also want to save money. Summary of this video is having a clear plan, doing an assessment before you step into the store, and that assessment includes your budget as well. And then 2, only going after you have done the assessment, after you have come up with that plan. I know that will help you to save money, and I know that will help someone out there to save money as well. Any of these tips helped you in any way or will help you in the future, please let me know in the comments. I hope to see you next week. I love you. Jesus loves you too. Bye.
to